Hi guys, happy Monday. Good to see you guys. My daughter's recording. I wanted to say hello. And before I review the answers for the word problems, I just wanted to talk really quick about the contest for the pizza. So I already submitted, I didn't submit yet, but I put a few names on the list of students who have been doing their work consistently. So from my homeroom, I want to acknowledge David, Isabella, Lorena, Abigail, Edwin, who have consistently been doing a great job. And there are a few other students who I'm considering adding to the list for a chance to win the pizza. But I need to see your participation the next few days, okay? So the names are due by Thursday. And every week I get to submit student names. So just make sure you're participating, okay? Now listen, these word problems were very difficult. I know this assignment was not easy, and I'm not gonna grade it. Anyone who submitted the assignment is just gonna get credit. But I do wanna go over some of the problems because I know that it was confusing, and the code, to figure out the code at the end, may have been also like confusing. Okay, so we're gonna start reviewing the first few problems, and then I'm just gonna kind of just give you the answers for the last problems. So for number one, it says that the school custodian, Mr. Granger, brought every pencil he found on the floor to the lost and found. And at the end of the week, there were 126 pencils in the lost and found. Mr. Granger said he found 3 pencils in one classroom. So one classroom had 3 pencils. So that's 3 pencils. And he found 5 pencils in 3 other classrooms, right? So what that looks like is like, here's the 3 other classrooms, and in each classroom he found 5 pencils. So 3 times 5 is 15 pencils. All right, so in the classrooms, in these classrooms, he found a total of 18, right? And then in the rest of the 9 classrooms, he found the other pencils. Okay, so now, it says that he found 126 pencils total. We know that in these, here's one classroom where he found 3 pencils. We know that in these 4 classrooms, he found a total of 18 pencils. So 126 minus 18. I'm gonna borrow 1 from the 2 to make this a 16. And then I subtract. 16 minus 8 is 8. And that's 1 minus 1 is 0. And then you have 1, right? Now, there are 9 other classrooms. And in the other 9 classrooms, he found the rest of these pencils, 108. So how many pencils were there in the classrooms? All right, so really quick. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 classrooms. If he found 108 pencils in these classrooms, an equal amount of pencils, how many pencils were in each classroom? Well, the easiest way to do that is actually to divide 108 by 9. So 9 goes into 10 one time, right? It doesn't go into the 1, but it goes into the 10. 1 times 9 is 9, and then you subtract. And then you have 18, right? You bring down the 8, you have 18. And 9 goes into 18 2 times. So that means he found 12 pencils in each of these classrooms. Okay? So he found 5, 5, 5, and 3 there, and then 12 pencils in each of the rest of the classrooms. So my final answer is 12, because they want to know how many did he find in each of these classrooms. Now, if you think about the alphabet, the 12th letter of the alphabet is L. Okay? This is this is all my work for question number 1. Okay, I know it's a lot. Well, on this one I did drawings, but even if you look at my notebook, look how many times I had to do this because I kept messing up. But see, in my notebook I didn't do drawings, but I did like the math here. Like I did the 3 plus 5 is 18, 126 minus 18 is 108, and 108 divided by 9 is 12, and the 12th letter of the alphabet is L. Okay, all right, let's look at number 2, and I'm gonna just see what I did here in my notebook. I wrote down the letter next to the answer. So 12 is my answer and the letter is L. For number 2, Mr. Granger walked by the cafeteria after lunch and he saw chairs around the 9 tables had been moved. Okay, so in the cafeteria, our tables are round. There are 9 tables. Okay. Okay, and 5 of the tables had 12 chairs. Okay. 12 times 5 is 60. So here's he found 60 chairs around those tables. And then he saw five chairs at 3 tables and 6 here. So 5 times 3 equals 15, and 6 times 1 equals 6. Okay. Okay. So let's see, how many is this? So I have 6 plus 5 is 11, and 11 plus 6, 17. And I carry the 1, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So there's a total of 27 tables. I'm sorry, 27. Oh, this is wrong. I'm so sorry, guys. This didn't seem right. I'm sorry, 12 times 5 is 60, 3 times 5 is 15, and 6 times 1 is 6. Okay, now I add 6 plus 5 is 11, carry the 1, and then I have 7 and 8. I'm sorry, that's 81 chairs, right? 81 chairs. Now, the tables are supposed to have an equal amount of chairs, right? So there are 9 tables and 81 chairs. So how many chairs should each table have? So the best way to do that as well is to divide. Well, if there are 81 chairs and there's 9 tables, 81 divided by 9 is 9. Whoops. Okay, so 9 chairs is my answer. And the 9th letter of the alphabet is I. Okay, so for number 1, remember for number 1, I have an L. And then for number 2, I have an I. Okay. All right, let's do number 3 really quick. All right. Number 3. Let's scroll down. All right, every year students enter artwork in a state competition. This year, there were 137 winners. So 137 students won. Of that number, 25 students came from private school or homeschool. And the rest of the students came from 8 districts. Okay. So we have 137 minus 25 is 112. So these 25 students, I don't want to count them in my word problem. So I have to exclude this. So I'm left with 112 students. All right. Of the 112 students, they came from 8 different school districts. Right? So I have to divide this number into 8. right? So eight different school districts. So, you know, it could be like Asbury Park, Long Branch, Neptune, maybe Middletown, Hazlet, right? So then how, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so same thing. I'm just gonna divide because that's the easiest way to do this. Anytime you have to share a number like this, you could do tallies. There's different ways you can do it, right? In math, you can get to your final answer many different ways, as long as you get to the correct answer. But I'm gonna do division. So I know that 8 goes into 11 once. 8 times 1 is 8, and then I subtract. 11 minus 8 is 3. Bring down the 2. And 8 goes into 32 4 times, right? So 14. So maybe 14 from Long Branch, 14 from Eatontown, Ocean, Asbury, right? So 14 students. Now, where's number 3? Okay, the winners from the school district came from 7 schools, including ours, okay? So now what you have to do is divide the 14 by, how many schools? 7 schools. 14 divided by 7 is 2. So let's say in Long Branch, every school in Long Branch send 2 students to compete. Okay, and the second letter of the alphabet is B. Okay, so for number 1, my letter was L. For number 2, my letter was I. And for number 3, my letter is B. And the question is, like, the riddle is that there is a school prize in a school, hidden in the school. What room in the school is the prize hidden? And you can kind of see by where the letters are going, you can kind of tell the room where the prize is hidden. All right, guys, I'm not going to go over the rest of the word problems. I know that these were not easy, okay? But for number 4, the answer is 18. And the 18th letter of the alphabet is R. For number 5, the answer is 1. And the first letter of the alphabet is A. For number 6, number 6, the answer is 18 again. And the 18th letter of the alphabet is also R. And number 7, the answer is 25. And the 25th letter of the alphabet is Y. And so the question at the end is, what room is the prize hidden in? In the library. All right, chicos. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.